All right, Coach. Now, I'm really excited because we get to watch all the film of these guys you just picked and are now new commanders. Let's start with our guy, STROMBERG here. He does an excellent job. I think you see the intelligence, you see the physicality on the combination. Does a great job with the athleticism, getting to the second level. I mean, that's a really valuable asset.
And it is. And the smart thing about the way he played that was he used his leverage.
Yeah.
He was able to not just have to hit, make a good block, but also position himself so that there's no chance this guy gets off and gets an arm on the guy to make a tackle.
Shows a great understanding of that.
Yes.
You talk about, again, being explosive in the short area is especially important for the center. So you see this guy kind of chip up, and then, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't see too many centers being able to deliver a blow like that.
Yeah. Well, what he did was a real nice job, again, with leverage. And again, look at his body position, creating the crease for the running back to get through. Again, nice job, good awareness as a blocker.
And I think I kind of slept on him as an athlete, but he does a really excellent job of that stuff. And so, next guy here is your guy, man. KJ, fifth round pick. Here he is lined up as the spinner, kind of rushing over the guard. And you mentioned his pass rush earlier when we were talking, and I think you see a little bit of that here.
You do, but what you see is he learns to attack the edge. And there's a reason to stay square on this guy. So stay on his edge, stay on his outside shoulder. All right, make a quick arm over and then get your hands up. Very aware of the quarterback still having the ball in his hands.
Yeah, and it just shows a nice athleticism and movement skill. Here he is on the edge here, Coach, kind of negotiating the chipper. And you just, again, the movement skill kind of jumps out at you.
Well, what I like, again, we talked about this early, again, his athleticism. Sell it upfield, show his speed, get this guy to turn his shoulder slightly, and now, look, he got the feel, he uses the spin. Again, awareness of the ball in the quarterback's hand.
And good relationship to the quarterback there. I love that. And then we got Quan here, right? Now, the more you watch him, the more you like him, right, Fred? I mean, he's a guy that just jumps out.
Just does everything good, nothing great. I love it.
Yes, but here, I mean, I think the thing that I like is that he's a tough physical tackler, even though he's not the biggest guy in the whole world.
Well, the nice thing, again, about it is spatial awareness.
Yeah.
He's got a receiver trying to pull him out of the middle. He settles, has good vision, sees the quarterback, and is able to come down on the guy running the dart on the inside.
Yeah, absolutely. And that nice physical play. And there he is. He's kind of lined up as a slot player, right? And here he is. He's lined up as kind of the field, nickel star player over edge, and which is a little bit different positioning. Watch him check the flat. And again, see the hips, see the footwork, coming to balance on an athlete in space.
And very good athlete, again, sinking his hips, coming to balance, not getting himself shaked, and able to make the play.
Yeah, and so when I see that, it's a guy who likes football, intuitively good at football. And this is a weird one, Coach, because you don't see a lot of guys line up inside and then line up outside. Here, the ball is completed, but he's supposed to get help. It's quarters, right? Supposed to have flat help, but you see kind of his skill set and what this can do for you from a coverage standpoint.
Absolutely. Again, here's a guy that understands his responsibility, keeps his depth, has good leverage, comes downhill, takes a shot on that outside leg, makes the tackle, gets the guy down.
And Fred, you were saying something about how you saw a lot of NFL coverages here from Illinois.
Well, I saw him be well coached. You could tell that Lovie Smith imprint is on all of these guys. When I watch them, they all play the same, and they all know their responsibility, which is big.
Yeah, absolutely. And then this is one of this is a me kind of football player here. A guy that's going to buckle the chin strap, put the mouthpiece in. And this is one heck of a collision here by the running back, Chris Rodriguez. And it's a big collision. And as a DB, I'm not sure you like that too much, Coach.
No, safety, again, especially free safeties coming downhill to take on runners that have got about a 6-7 yards head start. That's a big deal. It really is. Big collision.
And you said something about his footwork and his ability to find the hole. He does that here, but I also love, we got our guy number 0. He was in the first clip. Here he is again. He's like, man, this is going to be a long day for me. He gets up here. You see him find the crease, setting up blocks, and then punishing safeties.
He ain't want that smoke.
You punished a safety, Tanner, ever in your life?
I ain't punishing no straight finesse.
Violent.
And so when you see that, right, eventually the safety says, man, I'm good.
Well, look, one of the things that's spot on to me is when he said he's a big fan of Marshawn Lynch. So when you say that, then I see your game. I know why.
And, I said, here he is, and man, this is a great run. But our guy, number 0, says, you know what, I've had enough of this. I'm just going to take
business decision.
Coach, you've seen creative angles before. Is that what he's doing there?
Business decision, again, as Santana was saying. After a while, it becomes a little, you know what, let's think about this, and it might not be good enough.
I think it's nice to have 2 guys that have that skill set, right? Because no one gets worn down, no one gets too beat up, and to let you kind of just impose your will on a defense.
Absolutely. And again, young guys that are learning, growing in the situation that he's going to be in, he'll have his opportunities, but at the same time, he'll be able to spell and give some guys a break.
Yes, absolutely. And this is a guy that I think is really interesting, Coach, because he plays on the ball, off the ball, good pass rusher, kind of multitude of roles. Here, I like him dropping into space, matching a back, makes a really nice tackle. How do you see him fit in this defense?
Well, again, a little bit of a hybrid. Some of the things that Jack has done with the defense has that hybrid element. Teams come out and they come in 2 tight end, 3 tight end sets. Instead of having to rotate guys on and off, we can just go from our basic 4-man front to a 3-man front and play a 3-4 style of defense. with the two defensive ends standing up.
Yeah, absolutely. And here you see him, Coach, kind of on the second level, using those long arms to defeat a block, shedding. I know that was something that's really important to you for your linebacker, so it's great to see that here. And then I think the thing that's maybe most exciting about his game is he's got some juice as a pass rusher, right? And juice always gets you excited, especially when you see a guy that you get in the 7th round making plays like this.
What you like about him is how quick he is off the ball, but again, he's got some tools in his bag. He goes for the long arm, gets the separation, and makes the move to come underneath and get the play.
And people don't know this, but he's got 34.5-inch arms. That's elite length. And so for a rusher of that height and that length to be doing that, that's pretty fantastic. So.
Yeah, and he's a raw football player that as he plays more and more, he's going to get better and better.
Yeah, really nice depth piece. Probably plays some teams too for you. And then our guy, man, Fred, you were talking about him, right? What is he? He's a bully, right?
He's a bully. And you want bullies on your offensive line. They set the tone for 4 quarters of football.
You might want bullies, but I want athletic bullies. And our guy, Braeden Daniels, is athletic. Watch him get out here in space and say, oh, you're a little guy? Let me just take you over here and distribute some water.
Looking like Trent Williams right now. Looking real
he does flash, Coach. And so you think he could play left tackle because of that?
Yes, I think he can. He can play both tackles and guards. So again, this is a young man that's position flex. He's a young guy that's got some growing to do and some learning. And again, as he perfects his technique, his footwork, he's going to be a much better football player in the future too.
And I think you hit it there, Coach. A guy that needs to grow a little bit, but really, really a high athletic upside.
And what this shows you right here is really good awareness. Again, he's got a guy, keeps his shoulders square, shuffles down inside, passes him off to the guard, and comes out and picks up the looper on this stunt. This is good football right here. This is smart football, but again, good technique with the square shoulders.
And then, you know, he doesn't do that all the time, but when he does it, it is special.
And that's what we talk about again. He doesn't do it all the time. As he learns and becomes more disciplined, he will be a better football player for us.
Coach, thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully the peanut gallery wasn't too distracting for you.
They were good. A lot of good information, man.
I always appreciate you coming by, Coach. Thank you.